Happy New Year, everyone. I wish you a successful and prosperous new year. Wherever you're watching me from, I hope you stay healthy and that you receive all the good news you're looking for in this 2025. Hi, welcome to Impact with Alice. I'm Alice Esiela, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you my story about relocating to Germany. I promised to make this video since about 2 months ago. I apologize for the delay. This year, we are starting on a different note, and that is why the first day of this year, I'm recording this video. So first, why did I leave the United Kingdom for Germany? If you are not new to my channel, you will realize that late in 2023, I had a baby girl, and the transition from maternity leave to going back to work was a different entirely ball game. And only those that live in the UK will be able to understand what I'm trying to refer to. In terms of living in the capital, which is London, I'm sure you understand, or you will understand, that it is expensive living in the capital of any country. And when I moved to London in 2022, I was excited. The job was a permanent one, and I was looking forward to the prospect of staying in the job till I get my indefinite leave to remain. However, that priorities changed when I discovered that I was pregnant. When I got to know I was pregnant early 2023, I began to rethink the stories of my life. And what made me to sit down to reflect is mostly because I understand that childcare, the cost of childcare in the United Kingdom can be breathtaking. And that's reality setting as the baby continued to grow inside of me. So I began to conceive ideas of relocating out of London, either to a smaller cities in the United Kingdom or even leaving the UK completely. And apart from wanting to leave the UK completely, my top priority, the top countries on my list were English-speaking countries, and this is because I believe that I have more potentials in contributing in a language that is already a native one to me. My partner has always lived in Germany. We met in Germany before I moved to the United Kingdom. So why wasn't I thinking about moving to Germany during those early phases? First, because I studied here, I understand the importance of speaking German at an expert proficiency, and the level of German that I have before leaving Germany for the UK is at A2 level. So I know that I will need like maybe another 6 months to do intensive course, but I don't want this career break. So I wanted a country where I can just arrive, find a job, and continue with my life. So I'm sure when I said English speaking countries, you already know that the list is limited. US was on my list. Canada was my first choice, and then other smaller city in the United Kingdom. But the first thing I did when I know that US was on my list was to reach out to a professor that I once had contact with, because before I took the job in London, I was actually supposed to go to the US to do a research job. So I reached out to this professor, and he was willing to offer me that position again, even a year after. And then at the same time, I was planning to apply for the Canadian PR. So what I did was to write the English test in August, just a month before my maternity leave, and I passed my English test, which shouldn't have been a problem. So I registered for the test within 2 weeks, and I went for the exam, and in 48 hours I got the result of this test. But that story also changed, because when I applied for the PR, I had a lower score, which was a bit surprising to me. But I guess that maybe because I'm advanced in age, so I got lesser point for that. And I don't understand, maybe I did not fill the form correctly, but my score was at 445, which I think was 435 or 445, one of the two. So, and I know that during that period when I was applying for the PR, the score cutoff mark was around 470, 480. So I knew immediately that my chances of being in the PR selection scheme was lower. And the alternative thing would have been for me to apply for provincial nomination. But at the same time, I was having doubts that what if I pay all like this 1,005 that Rotary was asking for in order to submit application for the provincial nomination. I was having my doubts, so I just let go of the Canadian dream. And I told myself, okay, I think what I'm going to do is that by December 2024, I need to leave the United Kingdom. So just a few months before the end of my maternity leave, I began to apply for jobs. I think I made 4 jobs application in total, 3 to Germany, and I made, 5 jobs application. I made 2 applications within the United Kingdom, and I made 3 applications to Germany. I had an interview among the 2 jobs I applied in the United Kingdom, but I didn't get the job. And then in Germany, I made 3 applications. I was invited to 2 interviews. And the other job, I didn't make it to the second round of interview, and I was successful in the second round of interview with the job that I applied to be able to then come to Germany. So the summary of this whole story is that sometimes when you conceive an idea of what to do, it's good to pray so that you have a sense of clarity and of direction. And at the same time, you shouldn't give up on yourself. I remember that those early days when I just had the baby, I was a bit confused because I know that in 8-9 months time, I will need to go back to work, and the cost of childcare in London is crippling. When I began to make my search for daycare, I realized that the cost of daycare comes to about, the minimum I saw was around 78 euros per day, and the others were in the range of 100 euros per day. So if you put this together at the end of the month, so there are about 23 to 24 working days, it means that I'm going to be parting with nothing less than 2,000 in cost of childcare. And the income that I have after taxation is not up to 3,000 euros per month. So imagine if I need to pay for my apartment, which is already about 1,100 pounds, then adding the 2,000 from the childcare to it, when you factor in that I need to pay the utility bills, also spend money on daily living expenses and other consumables, then you know that the income that I have is not sustainable for the plans that is ahead of me. And that was why I intensified my search for a job, and I was intentional the job I was applying for. So I was more interested in jobs that either involve me to conduct research or to continue in the current job that I had. So like facility management or providing support with microscopy. So I was that type of job. I love it because I know that at the weekend, I have the weekend to myself and my family, compared to if I go for a research job, it means that some weekends I have to go to the lab to finish some research. So going to the lab at the weekend is one of the reasons why I left my postdoctoral position when I was in Norwich. So you can see that there are other factors that I don't have to communicate in this video for you to understand the idea of why I had to leave the United Kingdom and move to Germany. I've lived in this country before when I was doing my master's in 2014, and so being here again felt like I never left, and I'm gradually settling in. And I hope that in the coming days of this year, coming weeks, coming months, that I'll be able to make some videos to explain the process of applying for the visa, giving you tips on where to search for a job if you want to move to Germany. And at the same time, for those that are mostly on my channel because they want to study in Germany, I'll then be able to try and squeeze out some times to find the information that will provide you with the support you need to move to Germany to study, and also provide you with some tips on how to settle down once you're in Germany. So thank you to all my loyal fans that have been watching my video and commenting, and congratulations to the set of people that gained admissions in the last few months, and those that sent me emails to send their appreciation about securing study offer from Germany. Thank you for your messages. It makes me happy. When I was reading these emails, it provided me with the motivation that I needed to be able to make more videos, and I hope that this new year that there will be more of you will be able to gain admission to enter Germany or other places that you hope to study in this 2025. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.